Good morning from just outside of Creede, Colorado, down here in the San Juan Mountains. Today, Ari and I are going to be hiking Centennial and 13er Phoenix Peak. For a full guide on this one, you know where to go. Link below in the description. So Phoenix Peak is one of the probably most unpopular Centennials. All the Centennials are not super high traffic, but this one in particular is not a ton of information on. So we'll be showing you along the way. The biggest thing so far is the road. So we parked just about a quarter mile up off the 4x4 split, and now we're working down. If you did have a 4x4, you could continue on, but I'm not really trying to push it with my stock tires right now, and I need the mileage. Phoenix Peak is just about 13,900 feet, and this should be just around a 10-mile, 3,500 foot gain of a day. When you're hiking the 14ers, you get these massive trails, really well done signs. This is what you get here. Trail. Does it look like a trail? No. This is it. You can kind of see it right here. And then this is your view. So these are the beaver dams that you're gonna have to cross. And then you can kind of see maybe across, there is a trail that picks up on the other side. I didn't want to do this, but I was kind of expecting it. So here we go. Absolute disaster to start the morning. Oh my god. Aria hates the water too. Come on. Well, you're gonna get wet on this one. Yeah, I don't see any way how you do this hike and not get your feet wet. There's no sticks or bridges to cross, so I would definitely plan on wet feet. This is the trail. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're hunting the Centennials or the 13ers, in which case you know you need a GPX file to follow. So mine's linked in the full hike guide. Download it and have it on your phone or your smartwatch or whatever. Definitely don't want to just do this relying on signage. This appears to be some sort of old trailhead or informational sign. Got a stove. Your goal here is to just keep working this way up this little valley. This little valley kind of comes to an end here, and then you're gonna want to go up this way. Wow, so we're about 3 miles in, and we've been following this creek. Yeah, there's absolutely no trail to follow whatsoever, no game trail, nothing. My guess is that when this dries out, you can follow that pretty easily up this valley, but it's a stream right now, and I'm not trying to do that. So we've been like working the banks, and it's just been difficult. To top it off, Aria brought her alter ego Luan today, and Luan is never invited to anything, but she shows up continually and makes things difficult for everybody involved, so that's been exciting as well. Around 11,050 feet, creek that I showed you before behind me. Just kind of picked the line that looked good to ascend here. Just kind of keep going straight up this. Whew, that sucked. Finally emerging out of the first bit of forest. Ahead of you is this. You don't want that. You want to go this way. If you were to go straight here, you would drop down and have to re-climb a bunch of stuff versus climbing this shoulder slowly up. Okay, I'm not sure if this right behind me is Phoenix Peak or it's a false summit, but regardless, above tree line now. Looking back, came from there and then camped kind of right there actually. Aria's little furry head, and you got your first climb of the day really to get up to the shoulder here. I would try to stick underneath the rock, so hit the grass to there, and then you'll continue that way towards Phoenix Peak. Full view back came from there, here, up, next this way. Up on the saddle now, 13.6. Going left, that's a false summit. The real one's just a little bit further that way. Top of Phoenix Peak. Beautiful views up here today. There's some rain over to the east, but sunny here. And it looks like maybe some rain coming later today. So a little over 5 miles to the summit with 4,200 feet of gain. So definitely gonna be a longer day than I thought. But yeah, overall, I don't know. It's okay. I'll wrap this one up when there's less wind, but I'll show you just the summit views for now. Hope you enjoy. All right, winds have died down a little bit and the clouds are moving through. I would describe Phoenix Peak as 3 parts: a 4x4 road, bushwhacking through the woods, and then open tundra climbing. That's really the best way to describe it. Very little trail, definitely need to be good with route finding, definitely need to have a GPX, and be prepared for a long day, even though the mileage isn't that much compared to, you know, some other peaks. If you're new to my channel, I don't typically show the way down, and I'm not going to do that here because it's not going to be helpful, but I am going to tell you that I am doing a different route than the way up. I'm going to try to just kind of ride this long foresty area out instead of going back down there to where I came up in that like Beaver Dam area. It was just so wet and a mess down there. So if I can stay up high on this ridge, and even though there's a lot of down trees and stuff, it's I think a lot faster moving for me and for the dog. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Yeah, I don't recommend going this way. This is horrible. Just go the other way. This line is like more direct, but you're just walking down terrible trail conditions. And it's hard for me to tell if I'm really frustrated because I have a leash dog who chooses not to go any way that I want to go, so I have to keep unwrapping her around trees, or if this is just actually like really kind of crappy bushwhacking. Either way though, I'd probably just stick to the line I took up. That is a miracle. Everything about that. Good job. Good job. Wow, that was a success. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up the video of Phoenix Peak here. Overall, yeah, I touched on earlier, you're gonna have basically 3 things to worry about: trail finding, getting your feet wet, and bushwhacking. And then once you get to the tundra, the upper part of the mountain is just gonna be straight climbing. It's gonna be, for me today, just about 10.5 miles, 4,500 feet of gain. Definitely one of the tougher Centennials because of how remote it is, because of there's absolutely zero trail, and the trail conditions and the down trees really make for slow going. Glad I did this one today for sure. I'm at the point right now this season where I'm building mental confidence back up after last summer. So getting up and down, especially with the dog, was very challenging, but really proud of her and myself. So yeah, pumped to get this one checked off. It looks like there's a waterfall back there. I might have to go check that out and get some B-roll. We'll report back in a second. Thank you very much for watching this channel. I know this video wasn't as helpful as some of my other ones, but you're gonna have to get a GPX track and just really know how to follow that. As I said, I'll just follow my one on the way up both ways. It was just much easier than the bushwhacking I had on the way down. I have all the 14ers, a lot of the Centennials on my channel, and if you're not from Colorado, there's plenty of other stuff to check out. So throw this video a like if you found it at all helpful, and then hit the subscribe button not to miss any future hike content. On behalf of Arya and myself, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure.